Hi everyone, my name is Jessica Bainey, and today I'm going to teach you how to create, edit, and import quizzes on screencast.mp4. So start by logging into your Socrative account, going to www.socrative.com. Once you log in, you should see this page. This is your main page. This has all of the information that you should need to use the website. It has your room number right here, 718616 is the number of this room. This is what the students will have to use when they want to enter into your room to answer your questions. Right below, it has students in room, and that will tell you how many students have joined your room. You have single question activities, which you should have learned about in the technology session that you attended on Socrative. You can do multiple choice, true, false, or short answer questions. Below that, we have quiz-based activities and create, edit, and import quizzes, which we're going to focus on today. So let's start by manage quizzes, and this is where you can create, edit, and delete any quizzes that you have in your account. So once we get to manage quizzes, we're going to get to our manage quizzes page. To start creating a quiz, you can either add a quiz by creating it on the website, or you can import a quiz. So we're going to start by creating a quiz online. So click create a quiz. We're going to give this quiz a name. This is going to be Socrative Test 1. If you look below it, it says sharing. So you can enable sharing, which means that if other teachers want to give this quiz to their students as well, you can give them the code that it will give you once you create this quiz, or you can unclick that box so that nobody can use your quiz. I don't mind if people use my quizzes, so I'm going to click enable sharing. This just means at the end it'll give me a code that can be imported later, and I'll show you how to do that. So we're going to start by adding questions. You can add either multiple choice questions or short answer questions. This website is nice because you can use both in the same quiz. You don't have to have all multiple choice or all short answer. So we'll start with adding a multiple choice question. And we're going to insert our question next to where it says question up here. Our first question will be, what is your favorite color? And then you input your answers. So purple, blue, orange, and yellow. Okay? Now don't click save yet. Once you do that, it'll bring you back to the main page, and then you have to go back in and edit the quiz. So we'll just keep adding questions until we're finished, and then we'll click save. So let's add a short answer question by clicking on short answer. And our question will be, how do you plan to use Socrative in your classroom? And excuse my typing here. This is an open-ended question, so the students can write whatever they want. The good thing about this is that the first question that's asked when students enter into your room is what's your name. So you always know who is typing what, even if you have an open-ended question. So once we're finished with our quiz, we're going to go ahead and click save. Let's change this here. Click save. And now it tells us that we've created a quiz. Since we chose the option of sharing this quiz, it gives us the code right here, SOC488680. And this is the code that someone will use if they want to edit or they want to use this quiz in their classroom. So you might want to jot this code down so that you know. So we're going to go ahead and click continue. Once we click continue, it'll bring us back to our main manage quizzes page. If you want to give this quiz immediately, on the top left here, you'll click main screen, and this will bring you back to the main screen. Under quiz-based activities is where you can give this quiz. So you click Start Quiz, and it'll bring you to the Start Quiz page. So here, you should have a drop-down menu of all of the quizzes that you've created. So choose the one that you would like to give. So we're going to give Socrative Test 1. And then there are two options as to how to give the quiz. You can give a student-paced quiz, which means once they answer one question, it'll automatically give them the next question. So they might finish a little earlier than other students. A teacher-paced quiz, on the other hand, you have to send them a question for them to be able to answer it. So once they answer the first question, they have to wait for you to send them the next one. That's kind of nice. It keeps the class all on one pace. It keeps them all on one page. I like to use that feature a little bit more. Notice down here you have some advanced quiz options. So you can randomize the answer choices so that your students aren't looking at the other one's device and saying, oh, well, it looks like it's the top answer. You can make them all different in everybody's pages. You can also disable immediate right or wrong feedback. This will tell them right away whether they're right or wrong if it's a multiple choice question. You can make it not do that if you don't want them to know right away. And then if you were to assign explanations to your questions, you can hide those if you want. So let's go ahead and start this quiz. I like to use teacher-paced quizzes, so let's start there. We'll click teacher-paced quiz. The first question it will ask always is please enter your last name, comma, first name. So that's nice because again, it'll record everything that the students say to you, anything they send to this website. So you're not ever going to have a short response question and you have no idea what it is and it might be inappropriate. You'll always have a record. So once they all answer this question, you're going to click Send Next Question to Students. The next question is, what is your favorite color? So this is a multiple choice question. So on your students' screens, it will give them the question and then it will give them their 4 options. Once they start responding, their responses will start recording here. So you can see how many students have responded. You can see if you're waiting on anybody. And then once they've all responded or you think it's time to move on, you can go ahead and click Send Next Question to Students. So our third and final question should pop up on their screen and say, how do you plan to use Socrative in your classroom? This is an open-ended response, so it will give them a box to type in their answer. Once you finish, once you're sure you have all of the responses, you can click End Activity. And this will give you a couple options. You can get a report of everything, every response that was sent through this website. So you can get this report emailed to you. You can download it and save it to your computer, or you can click No Report. So I'm not going to have a report this time. We're going to click No Report, and this will bring us back to our main page. Now I want to go ahead and teach you how to import a quiz. So we're going to go to Manage Quizzes again. And instead of creating a quiz, we're going to import a quiz. So we're going to start here. So we can import a shared quiz, which is a quiz that someone else has created. So if you took note of that last quiz that was created, you can type in that number. So the quiz we used last was SOC 488680. And we're going to import that quiz. That'll put that quiz immediately here. So we have first name, last name, what's your favorite color, and how do you plan to use Socrative. So now you have access to this and you can add more questions if you would like, or even edit this quiz for yourself. So that's kind of a nice feature. If you just want to use it exactly as is, you can click Save, and now you have this quiz saved as a copy of Socrative Test 1, or as a copy of whatever it was that you used. This is really nice when sharing with colleagues. It can make it so you don't have to do all the work always. You can share quizzes in your classroom. It's really, really nice. If we want to import a quiz from Excel, we can do that as well. So we're going to go, instead of import shared quiz, we're going to import a quiz from Excel. So the first thing that you have to do is download the quiz template. Most of us are using Microsoft 2005 or later, so we're going to click this top link here. If you're using 97 to 2004, obviously you'll click this one. So click on Socrative Quiz Template, and this Excel document should pop up for you. Now I would save this as a template so that you always have it, so you don't always have to reopen it. And then once you want to edit a quiz, you can just go in, open it up, type in your stuff, and save it as a new name. So we're going to start by giving our quiz a name. This will be Socrative Import Quiz Test. And then we just start importing our questions. So this is done offline instead of online. This is a little bit easier for me. It does not require an internet connection, which is really nice, so you can do these from home. So you're going to go ahead and you have 2 options of your question types. If you click on the box, you have a little drop-down menu, and you can choose open-ended or multiple choice question. We'll start with the multiple choice. In this question, we will say, what is your favorite animal? And our options will be a monkey, a dog, a cat, or a hyena. Once you have all of your answers, you're ready to add your next question. So you click on the box below under question type, click your arrows, and choose which type of question you would want. So this time we'll do an open-ended question, and we'll ask the question, do you like winter? Then they can type in their answer. So if they just want to say yes, they can say yes. If they want to say yes because I love the snow and I love to go skiing, they can do that as well. So if this is all you want for your quiz, you're going to go ahead and save this with a new name. So make sure you do File, Save As, instead of just Save, so that you can give this a new name so you have the quiz saved in case you ever need it. Once you're done editing your quiz, you're going to go back to Socrative. You're going to choose File, and we save this as Socrative Quiz Test. and then we're going to click Import Quiz. So now, when we go to edit quizzes in your account, we have all of these quizzes that we created. So the copy is the one that we got from someone else. And then Socrative imported quiz test, this is the one we just created on Excel. So if we want to use that, we can actually go in and we can edit the quiz now from the internet. So if you decided you didn't want to edit it through Excel, you can now edit it online as well. So we'll click Save, we're happy with it. And now we can go ahead and we can duplicate this quiz if we want. So we can use the questions that were on this quiz, but also add more, or we can delete it if we just don't like it. One other important thing on this quiz page is if you forgot to get a report and you realize that something happened on the site and you want to make sure you know who typed what or who answered which questions, you can always go back and find a previous quiz and get a report emailed or downloaded. So that's really nice. You just click Send Report or Download Report if you want to do that. So once you're finished creating and editing all of your quizzes, you go back to the main screen, and once you want to start this quiz, you just click Start Quiz. Just as we practiced before, you can check or uncheck the advanced quiz options here, choose which quiz you want to give, and then choose whether you want it to be student-paced or teacher-paced. Thank you for watching this screencast. If you have any questions at any time, you can email me at jbaney@wths.net. I hope you learned something and are able to come up with creative ways to use this in your classroom.